We now turn to our weekly segment, TikTalk, where we take a closer look at the story behind the sensation. Nearly 1 year ago to the day, the lives of an entire nation changed. The UN Human Rights Report shows more than 18,000 civilian casualties in the country of Ukraine since the Russia invasion. UN officials say the true figure may actually be much higher, potentially even double that number. Since the war began, social media platforms like TikTok providing the world with an intimate and detailed, at times painful, view of what people were experiencing. Ukrainian activist Valeriia Shashenok, best known on the app as Valeriia, were among those documenting the realities of the war, going viral for her videos about the destruction and her new life. Valeriia joins us now. Valeriia, thanks so much for being here. We're glad that you are safe tonight. We know so many of your countrymen and women are not, so we're glad that you are. My first question to you is, what do you remember about the first days, the initial days of the invasion?
I didn't want to believe that Russia can really invade Ukraine, but unfortunately Russia already did it in 2014, and what happened one year ago, it happened full Russian invasion, and yes, it was a nightmare. I couldn't believe that it's in 21st century it can happen.
When Russia invaded your country, you and your parents fled to a bomb shelter. One of your most watched videos, titled "My Typical Day in a Bomb Shelter," has more than 50 million views. Why did you decide to show the world what was happening at that moment in your country?
I felt that maybe it's a nice way how to show Russian aggression through TikTok, how I see world from, like, in my style, how I can show it to the people. And it worked. Many people started to be interested in it, and because of that, I feel so useful for my country and for people who haven't known something about Ukraine. They can know now because of Russia, unfortunately, and because of my TikTok.
Yeah, and this war has touched everybody in a way. We understand you lost a cousin. And just to allow us to give you our condolences for that. I'm very sorry. But can you tell us what it was like when you returned to Ukraine? It was, what, October of last year?
Yes, it was October last year, and I was so happy that I come back. Imagine, I was in Europe for 7 months. I didn't have home. Of course, I live somewhere, but the atmosphere of home, I didn't feel it. And when I come back, I already saw my parents, my mother, father, my uncle, and even, unfortunately, my uncle lost house. And because of my followers, I collected money for him. And I felt that I could be so helpful even now during the war for my country, with collecting money for military equipment or for people who need just money for medicine or whatever. But anyway, during this horrible moment, I love Ukraine so much. Even with air sirens, and even if I don't have electricity, I love my country.
Your personal memoir, Things That Just Make Sense in a Bomb Shelter, it's called, comes out in March. What do you hope readers take away from this book, much the same as your TikTok account?
That everything can happen. Like, even tomorrow someone can die, or even tomorrow something can happen what is the most important for you. And for me, it was a surprise that people who are more younger than me send me pictures as they read this book. It's a book about war, about horrible things, but people was interested in it, and still. And it was I didn't expect that I can do it, that I can have a book, but now happened what happened, and I'm happy to spread information in different ways, through videos, or even with book, with pictures. I try to do it like more in a creative way.
I think the world has, many people's eyes have been opened up to the spirit of the Ukrainian people. So resilient and strong, many still fighting on the front lines, some obviously for the first time. You have a chance tonight to tell the world what you'd like them to know about your country. What would that be?
That today is exactly 1 year of Russian invasion and genocide and brave people in Ukraine. So, and I want that everyone who has demonstration in their city visit this demonstration just to support my people and Ukrainian peace. What can happen? I hope very soon.
Well, Valeriia, thank you, not just for joining us, but for showing the world what is happening in your country and perhaps a generation of people who would not otherwise be looking at that kind of video and that kind of information. So thank you so much for that. Valeriia's book, Things That Just Make Sense in a Bomb Shelter, is out in March, wherever books are sold.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.